Welcome back to the Real Bio Protocol, the channel where we break down the science of peptides, fitness and health optimization that most people will never hear about. Today we are diving into something that could completely change the way you think about immune system optimization and cancer treatment. We are going to cover exactly how it works, what the real science says, the results you can expect week by week, and exactly what you need to do to get the most out of it. Stay with us until the end, because we are going to give you the full protocol. Let's get into it. Here is what you are about to learn. There is a peptide that has been used in over 30 countries to treat terminal cancer patients, chronic hepatitis, and severe immunodeficiency. It has decades of clinical research behind it. It has saved lives, and the FDA will not approve it for use in the United States. By the end of this video, you will understand exactly why that is, how this peptide actually works at a cellular level, and what people around the world are doing with it right now. ACT1 the problem. Let me ask you something. What happens when your immune system stops working properly? You get sick more often, infections linger for weeks, chronic fatigue sets in, and in the worst cases your body cannot fight off cancer cells that it should be eliminating every single day. Here's what mainstream medicine tells you. Take your vitamins, get more sleep, maybe they will give you some interferon injections if things get really bad. But what they do not tell you is that there is a peptide that your own body produces naturally that is the master regulator of immune function. It is called thymosin Alpha-1. Your thymus gland produces this peptide. It is responsible for training and activating your T cells, the soldiers of your immune system. The problem is that after puberty your thymus gland starts shrinking. By the time you are 40 it has lost most of its function. By 60 it is basically gone. This is called thymic involution, and it is one of the main reasons elderly people get sick more often and have worse outcomes with cancer and infections. So what does conventional medicine do about this? Absolutely nothing. They treat the symptoms. They give you antibiotics when you get infections. They give you chemotherapy when you get cancer. But they never address the root cause, which is that your immune system has lost its commanding general. ACT2, the hidden truth. Now here is where things get interesting. Thymosin Alpha-1 was discovered in the 1970s by Dr. Alan Goldstein at the University of Texas. He isolated it from the thymus gland and found that it could dramatically boost immune function in immunocompromised patients. Fast forward to today, and this peptide has been approved for medical use in over 30 countries including Italy, China, and several South American nations. It is used to treat chronic hepatitis B, hepatitis C, certain cancers, and primary immunodeficiency disorders. The clinical data is staggering. The study published in the Journal of Clinical Oncology showed that terminal lung cancer patients who received thymosin Alpha-1 alongside chemotherapy had significantly improved survival rates compared to chemotherapy alone. We are talking about people who were given months to live, seeing their tumors shrink, and their survival extended by years. In hepatitis B patients, the peptide has been shown to achieve sustained viral clearance in cases where other treatments failed completely. So why is the FDA not touching this? The official reason is that the pharmaceutical company that held the original patents did not complete the full FDA approval process because of funding issues. But let us be real here. A peptide that your body makes naturally cannot be patented the same way a synthetic drug can. There is no massive profit incentive for pharmaceutical companies to push it through the approval process. Meanwhile, interferon treatments that cost tens of thousands of dollars per year continue to be the standard of care despite having worse side effect profiles. ACT3, the mechanism. Let me explain exactly what thymosin Alpha-1 does at a biological level, because this is where it gets really powerful. Your immune system has two main branches. You have innate immunity, which is your first line of defense, and adaptive immunity, which creates targeted responses to specific threats. Thymosin Alpha-1 modulates both. Think of your T cells as soldiers. You have different types. CD4 helper T cells coordinate the immune response. CD8 cytotoxic T cells directly kill infected cells and cancer cells. Natural killer cells patrol your body looking for abnormal cells to destroy. Thymosin Alpha-1 acts like a general that wakes up these soldiers, trains them, and sends them into battle. It increases the production and maturation of T cells in the thymus. It enhances the activity of natural killer cells. It boosts the production of cytokines that coordinate the immune response. But here is the key thing that makes it different from other immune boosters. It is an immunomodulator, not just an immunostimulant. That means it does not just crank up your immune system blindly. It helps regulate it. In autoimmune conditions where the immune system is attacking the body, it can actually help calm things down while still fighting infections and cancer cells. This is why it has such a favorable safety profile compared to drugs like interferon. ACT4 real-world application. So what does the protocol actually look like for people using Thymosin Alpha-1? The standard clinical dosing that has been used in studies is typically 1.6 milligrams administered subcutaneously, 2 to 3 times per week. Some protocols use daily dosing at lower amounts, around 750 micrograms to 1 milligram per day. For immune support and optimization, most people start with twice-weekly injections and assess their response over 4 to 8 weeks. For more serious conditions like chronic infections or as an adjunct to cancer treatment, the dosing may be increased under medical supervision. The peptide is typically injected subcutaneously in the abdominal area or thigh and rotated between sites. People often stack Thymosin Alpha-1 with other immune-supporting compounds. Some use it alongside Thymosin Beta-4 for tissue repair. Others combine it with BPC 157 for gut healing, since gut health is intimately connected to immune function. ACT5 week-by-week results. Here is what people typically report when using Thymosin Alpha-1. In week 1 and 2, most people notice subtle improvements in energy levels and a general sense of well-being. Sleep quality often improves. By week 4, immune function markers start shifting. People report getting sick less often and recovering faster from minor illnesses. By week 8, the effects become more pronounced. Chronic infections that lingered for months start clearing. Energy levels stabilize. People who previously caught every cold that went around notice they are no longer getting sick. By week 12, the full benefits are typically realized. Sustained improvements in immune function, better response to vaccines, improved wound healing, and in some cases measurable changes in T-cell counts on blood work. The payoff: you now understand something that most doctors in the United States have never even heard of. A peptide that your own body produces naturally has been saving lives in countries around the world for decades while being ignored by our medical system. The science is there. The clinical trials exist. The safety profile is excellent. But because there is no patent protection and no billion-dollar profit potential, it sits in regulatory limbo while people suffer unnecessarily. This is exactly why channels like this exist. The information is out there, but nobody is connecting the dots for you. Nobody is explaining the mechanisms and the protocols in plain language. The science is out there, and now you have it. That is why we are here. This is the Real Bio Protocol. If you got value from this video, hit that like button, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe. It is completely free and it takes 2 seconds. We drop new content every single day, so hit that notification bell. See you in the next one. If you enjoyed this upload, do not forget to like and subscribe. Subscribing is completely free. Share this with someone who needs to hear it. Tune in again for the next upload. This has been the Real Bio Protocol.